And it looks like that one's going to be against Sterling. So now Glassboro is going to go the other way. And a nice airtight defense there by Maddie Bellows. It looks like Sterling's trying to push it the other way. So pushing it forward is Sterling. That one hit out of bounds. So Bellows is going to be the one to hit it here for Sterling. She hits it forward towards Edmonds. Trying to keep it in front of them is Glassboro. Glassboro getting ready to clear, and they do. Sterling very limited on the defensive side of the ball at the moment. Everyone's pushed up to play attack. Edmonds tries to hit it away. Playing great defense there by Edmonds. Looks like Bellows is still trying to push that one away. Kept in by the Bulldogs with about 7 minutes left to play here in the second quarter. So Bellows gets a weird chip on the ball. Now Glassboro ready to progress forward. Glassboro getting a big opportunity here. Kicks towards West. West keeping it out. Glassboro with another opportunity, and a nice save there by Gracie West. Still solid in net, keeping this game at bay 1-0.
It's once again another instance of the press has been good, but West has been greater, and they can't capitalize again as a great wall is set with the pads, and they keep it at 1-0.
So there's the big 98, Gracie West, coming up big here for Sterling. Glassboro going almost in a hockey terms D to D. Another great move there. A shot taken on goal, but a nice kick away by Layla Young on the defensive side of the ball. It's a really nice play there from Pritchett, who has the only goal here for Glassboro in this game.
Pritchett's been very efficient on the attack, especially near the goal, it's felt like anyways. I've seen a lot of her being the main focal point of the attacking that they've done.
So Glassboro trying to move forward. Smith has the ball. Nice defense there by Potts. Whistle blows. And here comes another penalty corner.
Woo! Penalty corner.
So penalty corner here for Glassboro, their 8th of the game. It really is a fun stat to keep track of. So the girls start in the goal and then progress forward to play defense. The 4 girls, it looks like Murray, McKee, Bellows, and it looked like that last one. I actually don't remember. My memory, oh, it was Potts. Another whistle blows, and it looks like the same 4 girls will be going right back into the net. And here's another penalty corner for Glassboro. It's McKee, Potts, Bellows, and Murray in the net here for Sterling, and along with Gracie West. It looks like Carter Griffin's going to be the one to start it here for Glassboro. Ball gets hit out towards center. Pritchett has it. Big physical play there by Murray. And a penalty's called. Yeah, you get a little ice hockey remnants of that one right there. And here's another penalty corner for Glassboro, their 10th of the game and the 10th total for the whole game. We may exceed our previous record. I don't even remember. It must have been 17 or 18.
So.
Yeah. So Griffin ready to hit this one away again. Hits up towards Pritchett. Pritchett looking to shoot. Kind of chunks it. Bit of a golf term right there. Kind of chunked the ground a little bit more than the ball. Ready to move forward. A nice backhand shot stopped by Potts. Glassboro looking to progress forward. Chips towards the side of the net. Looks like Smith is there. And it looks like Sterling is going to get possession without giving up a goal.
I mean, it took a while, but they got there. They get back to having possession, getting on the attack. It's felt like it's been a bit. And hopefully they can capitalize off of it, get a point on the board, go through, because you really haven't seen the keeper at all today from Glassboro, because you haven't needed to. It's been all defending from Sterling throughout these first couple quarters.
Yeah, the keeper for Glassboro is Hannah Juma, who's a senior, 47 games and 8 games played. Brielle Edmonds taking it up here for Sterling, supported by Sutton. Now Griffin going to send that one away for Glassboro. Pass towards the middle. Glassboro still looking to capitalize. A whistle's blown. It looks like it's going to go in possession of Sterling once again. So the Bulldogs advancing forward here, but Sterling takes it away. Bulldogs and Knights we normally hear in the context of Haddonfield. It's a very familiar name we hear here at Sterling, but today it's Glassboro. So a takeaway by Sterling, whistle down. About 2 minutes and 10 seconds left here to play in the second quarter. 1-0 the score off of a goal by Pritchett. If you're just tuning in, I'm Daniel Leakin, joined by Max Zubak here on this gloomy Friday. Girls tennis practicing over yonder, and it looks like girls soccer is also doing the same. They were doing conditioning earlier before the game started.
Good thing about the turf, though, and not like the soccer field, we tend to hear the other whistles on when practices are going on. It's a lot harder to hear things like that from the turf, which is nice.
It's a good point. We do normally have to clarify that one whistle is football practice, one whistle is soccer practice. In football, we don't really have to worry about today. They'll be taking on Collingswood Panthers tonight, starting at 6 o'clock. Everyone could go out and support. Football is trying to get their second straight win after beating Gloucester Catholic this past weekend 20-13. So here comes another penalty corner here for Glassboro. The 11th of the game and the 11th for Glassboro.
It's really, maybe it's just this side, because I feel like we get a lot of the penalty corners on one side predominantly of each game.
So Pritchett fields it, passes it off to Smith. Smith with a big shot, and it seeps past West and goes into the back of the net. So one penalty corner finally capitalizes for the Glassboro Bulldogs. With 52 seconds left to play in this second quarter, it's 2-0.
I mean, it took them to 11, but 11 was the lucky number, and it got in. And, I mean, that's just another rare mistake of a lot of clumping around West. Like if we see from this angle, I feel like it's the most helpful. There's a good amount of clumping around. There's a player in front. It's good design to get the ball in there off the penalty corner.
So Smith, Olivia Smith gets her 7th goal of the season, moves her up to 16 points. Glassboro's leading scorer and points provider to get this one to 2-0 nearing the final seconds of this second quarter with about 40 seconds left to play. Sterling now down to a 2-0 deficit, looking to climb back, but they haven't had much offense in this game whatsoever. Maybe finding the offensive zone for 30 seconds at max. And meanwhile, I think Glassboro has really turned up the heat, applying the pressure to the Sterling defensive line, now getting their second goal of the game. So Glassboro reconvening back. Sterling still applying the pressure. Whistle blows. And that should take us down to the end of the second quarter. So the whistle blows, and that'll do it here for the second quarter and first half action. 2-0 to score. Glassboro leads. Let's see if the Lady Knights can come back at the start of the second half.
Suicide is no joke. On average, one person commits suicide every 16 minutes. It's the 10th leading cause of death in America. It's also the 3rd leading cause of death for teens and adults ages 15 to 24. Depression is the leading cause of suicide. About 2/3 of people who commit suicide are depressed. Each suicide affects at least 6 other people. If you think someone is considering suicide, don't leave the person alone. Talk to them. Contact a teacher, a parent, a counselor, a coach, or a friend.
Speak up. You might save a life. It might even be my life.
Speak up. Save a life. Prevent suicide.
see that ID. Let me see that ID.
I guess I forgot it.
Go ahead.
Wait, no, come on!
They said I couldn't dream. Called me a piece of trash and said that's all I'll ever be. Told me I'd never amount to anything. Or help anyone. But I didn't listen. I found my way. And now, I'm what I always wanted to be.
Can I go to the bathroom?
It's getting late. I should really go to bed.
Girl, what are you worried about? Come on, it won't hurt if you stay up another hour.
You know what? You're right. It couldn't hurt to stay up for another hour or so. What? It's already 1 a.m.? I didn't even realize it was so late. I'm telling her I'm going to bed. Oh my god, it's 7 a.m. Oh my god, ow! Ugh. Mom, I'm running late. Don't forget to pick up the kids later. Alright, I gotta go. Have a good day.
Where's your ID?
Hey, oh, stop, wait a minute. Put that hood down. You're late. Put your hood down.
Where's your ID?
And you have your backpack on.
I guess one time isn't gonna kill me.
It's totally safe. We do this all the time.
There's no way these drugs are laced, right?
Trust me, you're gonna be fine.
I just need to forget
Just
everything.
relax. It'll be fun.
A lethal dose of fentanyl is just 4 grains of sand and can hide in any drug. So no matter what you and your friends think, what you can't see will kill you. Don't die to get high. Fentanyl is fatal. Get the whole truth at CamdenCounty.com/fentanyl.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Sterling TV 19 as we are back here for some second half action between the Glassboro Bulldogs and your Sterling Silver Knights. So let's look at the 2 goals that put Glassboro over the Silver Knights earlier in that first half. So here's the first one from Pritchett, which gave him that 1-0 lead over the Lady Knights. It's a nice shot from the outside, and then here's the second one, Pritchett to Smith, and Smith gets her 7th of the season to put Glassboro up by 2. So a very gloomy day. The humidity's out and the bugs are out, unfortunately, but we're back here on this Friday afternoon. So we get a drone view of the beautiful turf field from our very own Casey Kozaneski. Looking to get this second half underway. I'm Daniel Leakin, joined by Max Subak here in the booth. And Glassboro will start with possession. So Pritchett moves up, taken down by Sutton. So Pritchett will advance as we take a look at the replay. Sutton, a bit of a tripping call right there. Nevertheless, Glassboro is still on the move. Another whistle blown. And Glassboro quickly off the jump, gets it over towards Smith. Smith weaves her way around, trying to get to the forehand to get a shot. Sterling playing nice defense, ready to clear. Smith with another shot there. Whistle blows. It looks like it's going to go the other way, so Sterling will have possession. I think, Max, one of the biggest things for the Knights here is to really just start, get some offense, and not be playing defense most, if not all, of the half.
Yeah, I mean, that was definitely the issue the first time around, where they were just stuck in their own zone the whole time. If they can, flip the script on something like that, it could be the start of something really nice for them.
So Glassboro looking to go the other way. Sterling looking to go the other way. Glassboro looking to play some good defense here. Capri McKee has the opportunity to move the ball forward. McKee does a good job of keeping the ball in. She's more of a wing player on that out-of-bounds side. Deflects off of Glassboro defender. Looks like number 21, Lauren Strick. And now Sterling will have free ball here. So finally getting some offensive pressure here for the Lady Knights. Let's take a look at what happened there from a bit of more of a close-up. Bellows trying to progress forward, but deflects off of Glassboro. Bellows again trying to progress forward. Glassboro still playing some good defense. Sterling not being able to get much pressure. And that one's going to go the other way. So Sterling offense stays at bay. And Glassboro looking to go the other way.
Another thing I've seen a lot from the attacks Glassboro have given throughout this first half that we saw, it was once they were there, they were going to stay there till they scored. And that's how it was for not one but 2 of their 2 goals. And it feels as though if they don't keep that up, Sterling could maybe, pry a little bit of pressure off of themselves and flip it back onto the Bulldogs throughout this third quarter and the fourth quarter to come.
So Glassboro gets it taken away. Gremmel looking to hit this one away for the Bulldogs. puts a good oomph on it. Now Glassboro is going to look to go the other way. Edmonds has it in the defensive zone. She has to be careful, make sure she can clear. But Pritchett, excuse me, that's not Pritchett, that's Rue. She takes it away, and now Rue has a straight shot to the goalie. Looking to shoot the ball. Nice defense there by Bellows. And we have our favorite event here on Sterling TV 19, the penalty corner.
Penalty corner, baby.
So Glassboro converted on one penalty corner out of the 11 that they had previously. This is their 12th of the game, 12th total for the game for both teams. Carter Griffin going to be the one. 12 times Carter Griffin has hit this one out from the end zone. Has done it for Glassboro the whole game. No switcheroos on us here up in the broadcast booth as Griffin looks to fire this one away. Nice drone shot here by Casey Kaz. Glassboro moving it over. A nice shot in the middle. Nice deflection from Sterling's defense. Glassboro still applying the pressure. Can't get it away. Sterling's defense. A big shot there. Hits off of Bellows, and it's in. Olivia Smith with her second of the game increases Glassboro's lead to 3.
Well, this is a bit the opposite of what I was saying needed to happen here. You have pretty good defending from West and Potts. It's just Bellows has some unfortunate timing and spacing there. I think what she wanted to do was just halt it for herself to get it out, but obviously from her angle it just wasn't going to work out that way. Maybe a little bit of communication there, maybe some more support from some other parts of the line above could have helped, but they just weren't there in time. And the Dogs make it 3-0.
So 8 goals on the season here for Smith. She's firing away on this Sterling defense, has 2 for today. Increasing Glassboro's lead to 3. And with Sterling's minimal offensive pressure, this is not the exact result they want to see at the moment.
No, not at all. This isn't the result they want to see come the end of the 4th either. And they don't have, no matter, the quarters feeling a lot shorter than they are. It's a lot more time than they think they have, and they just haven't taken really any of it to get to the other zone. And, hopefully once they do, they can get on the board, gain some momentum, make this game a little interesting, because 3-0 is a pretty convincing defeat already.
So here's another one. 13th of the game here for Glassboro, 13th total.
Just being so much of an analyst, I missed my favorite thing.
I know. So we're definitely nearing the record from last time for both teams. I think that had to be 17 or 18. We're already at 13 with about 10 minutes. Yeah, just around 10 minutes to play here in this third quarter. Hit away here by Griffin. Griffin gets it up top. Can't get enough on it, so now Pritchett's going to have to move around. Looks to get over towards Rue. Rue takes a shot. Nice defense there by Bellows. Glassboro still can't get a shot on goal here. Gets it towards the middle. Glassboro has an opportunity. Looking to put a shot on goal. Good defense here by Potts. Glassboro gets it towards the middle once again. Going to take a shot. Gets it towards that back post and cannot capitalize. There is Griffin. Nice save there by West to prevent a goal there for Glassboro.
Nice save there by both West and the post. They're very good at just keeping it narrow, making it tough for anyone to stay on that side. They really had to capitalize on the side they already were on, but they make the pass. Gracie West is there, and they fall victim to one of the best keepers at this school once again.
So Glassboro now moving forward, gets it to the 10, and whistle called. It's like Glassboro has an opportunity to move forward. Whistle blows once again. Possession stays with Glassboro. Nice shot here from our birdcage camera. Now towards the outside, trying to get it towards the middle. Nice defense by Bellows. And now it's going to go the other way for the Lady Knights.
I'm really seeing a lot of good attempts on defense from the Knights, but I haven't seen much play after that. They need to take what they have here right now, make some interceptions, make some changes to the pressure while in the midfield so they aren't always so pressed and backed up in their own zone.
It's now Sterling trying to move it forward from their defensive line. That one hit out. Looks like possession will stay with Sterling. Bellows looking to hit this one away for the Knights. She hits it forward looking for Edmonds. Gets cut off by Glassboro. There's Pritchett once again. Has 1 goal on the day. Smith has the other 2. Whistle blows.
Just again, Pritchett's done very well throughout this game, but there's been a couple instances like that where it's just unfortunate timing.
And a nice drive by Gracie West here, but she's out of position. She needs to get back into the net. Whistle blows. Kind of got stuck under her foot. Very dangerous moment there for the Lady Knights, as they definitely would not want to give up another one in this situation. Glassboro does a good job keeping this one in. It looks like it was Gremmel. Gremmel hits it up for Glassboro towards Pritchett. Pritchett's going to knock it forward, but that one's going to trickle out of bounds.
We are back to this trend of, just being near, that boundary line, playing through it, making sure the possession stays from you, playing off of the defender. It's been consistently like this, I feel like. It's either been this or a team being pressed in their own zone near their own, goalie. It just hasn't been very good for Sterling anti-pressure-wise.
So Pritchett tries to get it forward. Glassboro keeps it in. It's a nice effort play there. Gets it towards the middle. Gracie West has to make a series of saves. Whistle blows. It looks like it'll be yet another penalty corner here for Glassboro, the 14th of the game. 14th for Glassboro. Sterling yet to have a penalty corner go in their favor. So now Glassboro, Carter Griffin once again saying her name a ton of times today. Ready to hit this one away here for Glassboro. Gets it towards that outer circle. Trickles behind. Looks like Pritchett, and that's a nice defensive play there from the Lady Knights, but a great recovery by Pritchett. And she's ready to send this one forward. Lots of lots of white jerseys up. Whistle blows, and it looks like it's going to go the other way. It's great defense there by the Lady Knights.
I feel like the defense, while they're still being pressed at the same amount, are doing better at making sure it doesn't stay on that side throughout the back half of this third quarter. They've been pretty good at finding ways to improve themselves. Obviously not drastically, but they've done so enough to keep the ball in their possession and try to play up. But once they get to around midfield, the passing just hasn't been working.
So overall, a pretty exciting couple events coming up in this area this weekend, including tonight, where Sterling will go against Collingswood in football, away at Collingswood. And there's a shot on goal, and another score there for Glassboro. Laurel Rue once in on the fun here for Glassboro to make this a 4-0 game.
I feel like I'm watching, the Premier League from last Saturday all over again. So my guys Brighton got 4 scored on them.
Yeah.
But that ended up being 4-2, so maybe we get 2 out of Sterling here.
Yeah.
That'd be the hope, to make it a little more interesting.
But minimal offense for the Lady Knights has really been their downfall, as Laurel Rue gets one on the board here for the Bulldogs. Make this 4-0.
I mean, it's a good attempt at defending, but a good attempt does not mean good execution overall. And it just ends up leaving you that little bit of open space for the Dogs to take.
So as I was mentioning, Sterling football goes against Collingswood tonight at Collingswood. If ever anyone's available, please go out and support the football team as they look for their 2nd straight win. And this coming weekend, the Phillies take on the New York Mets for one of their first playoff series against each other. The Mets, a very hot team at the moment, but Zach Wheeler looks to take the bump for Game 1. Going against Kodai Senga, who's coming back here for the New York Mets. The official reported not too long ago. In Game 2, Christopher Sanchez will get the start for the Philadelphia Phillies.
If I see a single Mets fan on one of those broadcasts, I'm going to be very upset.
Yeah. There should not be, but if any Phillies fan sells their tickets to the Mets, that's normally how that happens. And then also happening tomorrow night, starting at 6 o'clock, WWE Bad Blood. A couple big matches for the storyline for WWE. That's going to be very fun to watch along with the Phillies at basically the same time.
One's at 4, one's at 6, right?
Yes.
So excited. Is in a tag team match.
Yeah, Cody Rhodes in a tag team match with Roman Reigns, going in Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu. Looks like to be the main event. Very exciting Bad Blood slate, but more exciting is that NLDS matchup against the New York Mets definitely one that both teams could win. The Mets, the hotter team at the moment, so there's a big opportunity for the red-hot Glassboro Bulldogs as they look to push forward. Good defense there by Sterling. Pritchett looking to hit it forward. That's nice defense by Young. Keeping it in is the Bulldogs, though. Edmonds playing nice defense. Double teamed on Pritchett. Pritchett weaves her way, trying to get around Edmonds, pushing it forward for Glassboro. Whistle blown. So going to stay in Glassboro possession.
I mean, it's felt as though this keeps going on. You know, this keeps happening where Sterling allows them to get into their zone, and then there's been a couple of chances that were making me think, okay, they're getting better at making sure it stays out of their zone, but they just haven't been consistent in that, and it's led to more and more opportunities, and now a couple more scores in this quarter alone.
Max, you want to hear an interesting dynamic? So in my family, my dad and I are both huge Phillies fans, but my mom is a New York Mets fan. This is one of the, I think, Kay can fact check me here in the truck. I think this is the first time the Phillies and Mets have went against each other in the playoffs. So definitely some unfamiliar bad blood in the house of the Leakin family. I just got a text from my mom saying you better watch it with the Mets comments on air. So
Okay,
we're going to keep that at bay.
Your mom can be wrong about who she roots for. It's all right.
Yeah. She could also be right, as
No,
Mr. K said.
that's not a possibility.
It definitely is. The Mets are red hot.
I'm not saying that it's like pick the better team.
Well, I get what you mean.
I'm saying
She should have picked the right
You're in the
team.
wrong spot.
Yeah.
Go to North Jersey for that.
A nice kick save there from West. She is out of position. She needs to creep back in towards the crease. That one hit out of bounds.
Is it?
Yeah.
I couldn't see very well. All I saw was a
The ball
orange
kind of
flag.
trickles away right here.
Thought it was a nice chip into the net for a second there.
So Griffin gets it towards the outside, looking to lead Pritchett. Pritchett tries to make a move past Young. Whistle blows, or excuse me, that's not Young. Whistle blows, and it looks like it's going to go the other way. So as I mentioned, the Mets, red hot at the moment. They have the best record since the All-Star break. Just had basically a walk-off home run against the Brewers last night. Pete Alonso sent a 3-run shot about 367 feet to get the lead over the Brewers, 3-2. And they remind me, and Mr. K said this many times, reminiscent of the 2022 Phillies, when really the odds were just super stacked against them, and they're still coming out on top in some of these series where they shouldn't.
Okay, well they won't. And that'll start.
Max is a very confident Phillies fan.
I'm very confident.
Kay is not happy in the truck. Nevertheless, Sterling finally getting some offense, trickling forward towards this Glassboro defense. Good defense by Glassboro to prevent Sterling going any further. That was Sharon Soriano on the defense. Sterling pushing forward, looking to get a shot on goal. But they cannot, as Pritchett takes it the other way, and time is coming to a close here. So 4-0 the score at the end of this third quarter, and we'll be right back at you with fourth quarter action coming up right after this.
Dude, would you check your email?
What's email? The thing that keeps making that sound! Now I know why you didn't join me for the fire escape! Open it now! 1,700 emails!
Maybe you should open your emails too.
You think so?
Did you see Johnny's shorts on Thursday?
Oh my god, I know, it was disgusting.
Wait, guys.
What cup are you on, Riley?
I think she's on her 12th. Well, here's 13.
I don't think I can do it.
You have to do it.
No,
You have to do it.
Okay, okay.
All right, chug,
Okay.
chug, 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 chug. Woo! Oh my god,
Guys,
you did it!
I don't feel so good.
You're fine.
I don't feel so good.
Is she okay? What are we gonna do now?
We need to call for help.
No, we're gonna get in trouble. We can't do that.
And welcome back here to some fourth quarter action between the Glassboro Bulldogs and your Sterling Silver Knights, but Glassboro is leading 4-0 back here on Sterling Channel 19, waiting for both teams to break the huddle. Mrs. Galt has a player in her arms. And taking a look forward to next week, our next TV game will be Monday, October 17th, a big game for girls volleyball as they will be going against Northern Burlington for the division. That game will be starting at 4 o'clock, live on Channel 19 and live on YouTube, www.youtube/SterlingTV19. And also looking forward to next week, the boys soccer team will be going against Haddon Heights, a huge game for the boys soccer team. That game will be on Wednesday. And that also will be live on Sterling TV 19 and live on youtube.com/SterlingTV19 as well. So 15 minutes left for Sterling to try and get back on track against Glassboro. Glassboro looking to capture a W against Sterling to increase their record to 6-4, while Sterling would fall to 1-8. Glassboro's offense has done a great job tonight. Laura Rue had the most recent goal. Carly Pritchett had the first one, and Olivia Smith had the two in the middle. So Glassboro is going to start with possession here. Sterling definitely does have to get their offense back on track because they've had minimal offensive pressure this game so far. So Glassboro weaving towards the Sterling defensive end. Edmonds takes a shot off the finger, kind of shakes it off. Rue is going to take it up here for Glassboro, defended by Bellows tightly. Whistle blows, and now Rue is going to continue up, takes a shot towards, looks like Mears. Mears ready to take a shot on goal. This one trickles towards the middle, but cleared away by Sterling, and now Sterling looking to go the other way. Capri McKee on the far wing, tries to advance forward, but nice defense there by Glassboro as they push it forward towards Smith. Smith has a world of room here, chips it forward, looking for trouble inside the box here. A nice shot, but a nice save there. Another shot and a nice save by West. Another shot taken by Glassboro. Sterling really does have to clear this one away. West kicks it away. So Gracie West coming up with a huge couple big saves there for Sterling. Glassboro is really turning up the heat on the Sterling defense. As a whistle blows.
I mean, it's a lot of pressure. No, that's just this. There's a lot of pressure going on near the net, and it just has not worked out very well for anyone outside of West. She keeps getting a lot of good saves there, but in the end, it's still 4-0. It's been a lot of letdown from the defense that's around West, I feel like, that has resulted in so many of our favorite penalty corners.
So Glassboro has possession. Weaves is Pritchett. She takes a shot. Kind of catches Capri McKee up high towards the gut. And now Glassboro is looking to go the other way.
Is that 15 or 16 of those?
15. Yeah, right in the gut. That's uncomfortable for McKee. Another sport to mention across the castle. Esports picked up a win against Manasquan this past week. Douglas Bennett won all the matches in round 1, and Richie Williams won all the matches in round 2. As a shot's taken here by Glassboro. And they're winning all the rounds right now as that's their 5th goal of the game. And they lead Sterling.
I mean, it's just a straight shot into the back of the net. It's a lot. And I feel like, you've got another 13 minutes to play. And I'm really, it's a good shot by number 3 there.
That's Laurel Rue, her 2nd of the game for Glassboro.
It's been very rough pressure-wise against the Lady Knights defense.
So talk about winning all the rounds. I mean, Glassboro's done a great job today. But our very own Douglas Bennett and Richie Williams took it home for the esports team. Their next match is against Manchester Township next week, looking to continue their dominance so far earlier in their season. It's not very often where we get to talk about, some of the stuff happening around the school and the Philly sports, and it's very fun.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's cool. Brian and I always, last year when we did the spring games, we always used to do a portion of the game where we wouldn't go to like a stoppage in the game, and we would just cover the Philly sports going around. So at that point, it was the start of the Phillies, the end of the Flyers, talk about the Eagles free agency, talk about the Sixers free agency. It was a good time.
I'd love to rekindle such a thing.
Yeah, if we can, starting right now would probably be the best time because of the amount of stuff about to happen. The Sixers are about 20 days away.
Flyers just started.
Flyers start next week. Their first game is next Friday against Vancouver.
It's all preseason stuff now.
Yeah. So there's a shot. Kind of seeps under the pad of West, and there's number 16 here for Glassboro and 16 for the game. Yeah, the Flyers picked up their preseason dub last night, their last preseason game. A 5-4 win over the New Jersey Devils. There's basically a lot of the backups playing. People who won't see any NHL time, but still a fun game nevertheless.
It shows whom we could get some time.
Yeah.
It's very important.
Their first round pick from this year, the Jet Luchenko, made the official opening day roster. He is the youngest Flyer to play for the organization.
It seems pretty well deserved.
Yeah.
And his name is, he doesn't lie. He's a pretty quick guy.
He is a pretty quick guy.
I do appreciate some quickness on a hockey team. It's very important. Be efficient while you're on the ice. And I think it'll get me into, more and more games if he's performing well. But
yeah.
I've loved what I've seen thus far.
Yeah. Glassboro with their 17th penalty corner of the game. I think we've tied the record from last time.
Will they do it? Will they hit 18?
Let's see Sterling get a penalty corner. It was said last record was 17. So we're at 17 now. Glassboro moving their way towards the middle. A shot taken. Nice save. Another shot taken. And the score. Ooh. Olivia Smith gets the hat trick for Glassboro as they're really pulling away from Sterling. It's 6-0.
This is what we say when it's just, pressure upon pressure upon pressure. It's not going to work out well for the Lady Knights defense, and they just shoot a straight shot to the back of the net. Goes behind the black bar at the bottom. It's a nice, powerful shot. It secures a hat trick.
So that's number 9 for Smith this season. And the hat trick for today, as we were just talking about ice hockey, throwing the hats on the ice or the field. Great shot there by Smith. Sterling trying to look for one of their own here. But Glassboro's defense has been airtight, locked and sealed on this Sterling offense. Sterling progressing forward. Capri McKee looking towards the middle. Glassboro stands strong. Hannah Juma not having much work in net tonight for Glassboro. Been a relatively quiet night. And it looks like we're going to get Sterling's first penalty corner of the game.
Wanted to break the record.
And they did. So that's number 18 total. Sterling's first for the game. They break our previous record of 17 from the last game. So penalty corner upon penalty corner, and Sterling breaks the record with their first. Bellows up top, looking to take a shot. Blocked by this Glassboro defense, and they're taking it the other way. Blazing speed from the back line as they're pushing it forward. They continue pushing forward. This is number 8, Molly Wisniewski. But taken away by Sterling's defense. That's Jada Potts. That's a great play there. Looking to go the other way is Sterling. Pressured by Rue. Sarah Florival, pressured by Rue. About 7 minutes and 55 seconds left in this fourth quarter. 6-0 to score. More pressure coming here from Glassboro. A one-on-one attempt, and she seeps it by Gracie West. Wisniewski takes it for Glassboro, and they're really pulling apart in this game. It's 7-0.
They inch closer to the 10-0 possibility.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, if you're them, you just want to pile on at this point. Get as many points as you can, get as many players the goals they can for the stat sheet. It's a great run. A great, shot through. I'm pretty sure it might have been a nutmeg there. Goes through the legs of the keeper, West. Honestly, it's a pretty uncommon, round of mistakes we've seen from West here today, and hopefully they can bounce back from, because it's definitely something that lowers the confidence of a keeper, no matter how good you've done prior. If this is able to happen, you're a little down on yourself, of course.
So a bit of a goalie change here for Glassboro. Adriana Melton comes in for the senior Hannah Juma. Juma, I don't think she really made a save. I think she had 0 saves on the day. A couple other veterans came out for Glassboro as well, getting some of the younger girls some experience. So we're going to keep our conversation flowing about some of the Philly sports and other sports going on around the castle. I mean, we were just talking about the Flyers, and I mean, on top of Luchenko, they also get Mishkov this year, which is just absolutely massive for the organization. And maybe we'll get Tad Kauzaneski to watch a game or two. He said maybe in the truck, and that's
a yes to me.
That's a yes to me. So it's definitely some hope after very, very dark, gloomy years for the Flyers these past couple of years. This is a refreshing year. Really no expectation bounding them either, so it's going to be fun. But the other story, you get a team like the Sixers where the expectation, if it's not the reality, some fans are going to be really upset.
Yeah, it feels like that's a lot of Philadelphia sports recently, because they've been playoff contending teams. The Eagles have been good since the start of the 2000s. So anytime they're not doing too well, which, I mean, coming off of a loss going into the bye, fans are very upset every time they lose.
Yeah.
And then same goes for the Sixers. Oh, yeah.
So Mr. K, for reference, just gave Max a little chip shot and said, prepare yourself this time next week. K, longtime Phillies fan, one of the biggest Philly fans I know, is hellbound on the Mets beating the Phillies in the season, or excuse me, in the series, because he understands baseball like no other. He's our Sterling baseball coach here as well, and kind of understands that when the hot team is real hot, there's not going to be much that can stop them. And Kay saying they've been hot since June 1st statistically, so right out of the All-Star break, also has the best record in the MLB. Whereas the Phillies, going into the All-Star break, were elite, and out of the All-Star break were disappointed, to say the least. I remember the Yankee series. I was actually on vacation in Maine and watching that series, and just utter disbelief and disappointment. And Mr. K from the truck says, remember what happens to the Braves and the Dodgers these past couple of years.
Just this year for the Braves.
Yeah, just this year for the Braves. Well, excuse me, they had a couple of injuries.
Yeah.
But last year they won the division. Yeah, Kay's explaining his theory about, I mean, all these great teams. If you're not a hot team coming in, you're going to be a hot team coming out very quickly.
It's good, however, especially for Philadelphia sports, when you have the home field advantage.
Yes.
That really plays in
I also
a lot.
like the managerial decision from Rob Thompson to play Chris Sanchez game 2 instead of game 3.
Yeah.
He's a much better. I think he doesn't have a lot of playoff experience, if any, and I think making sure he's comfortable in his first start is one of the smartest things he can do. Whereas Aaron Nola played away, he's played home, he's played since probably 2014-15. He has the experience like no other. He's one of those players that you can start on the road and be confident in.
He probably knows Citi Field like the back of his hand,
yeah,
too.
that too. Yeah. I think he pitched, I want to say, a 3-hit complete game shutout against the Mets earlier this year. It must have been 3 or 4 hits. He had a ridiculously great game.
mean, it's pretty commonplace for him.
The Mets and Phillies have had some good battles this year. I mean, the London series, the Mets, I mean, getting us a couple times, but us getting the Mets a couple times as well. A lot of the times when the Mets got us, we had a certain pitcher on the mound for us. He who must not be named. He's almost like the Voldemort of Philly sports at the moment.
Him and Tobias Harris.
Well, no, Tobias Harris is gone now, so now I'm not with him. Yeah. Kay mentioning Baltimore having a great year in the regular season, but completely flopping in the postseason, and with an exclamation point.
Were they
on
really a
completely.
hot team, though?
Yes.
I mean, they were very good, but I feel like there's always that one team. It's kind of like how the Cowboys are every year. Like, they're very good at regular season.
Yeah, I was about to say that. They beat up the Phillies. I was just about to mention that, Mr. Gay. They beat up the Phillies in Baltimore. I was at the second game where Taiwan got the start, and Gunnar Henderson had a home run. And, ugh. It was not a fun experience. I mean, Phillies got up hot early. I want to say, I don't know why, I want to say Schwarber hit a home run, but I'm not 100% sure. And I remember they got hot early, and then the Orioles just completely clobbered them in the second half of the game.
Who did the Orioles get knocked out by just now as well?
Kansas City.
Oh, that's right. Oh.
Bobby Witt and company.
Interesting team in KC.
Very interesting team in KC. And more interesting team in Detroit, who knocked off Johnny Orlino's Houston Astros in 2 games. And, I mean, they are the definition of the power of friendship and vibes, because their team is significantly worse than the Astros, and they pulled out 2-game sweep. Houston cheaters, and I'm sure Johnny Orlino is probably very angry at me for mentioning this right now. But honestly, on Johnny, I do not care.
Honestly, I think that's kind of what Detroit is. The argument of being like that's what the Mets are, is the hot team. That's what I see as Detroit. I think they have that type of energy.
And they have a Cy Young, Tariq Skubal. He's absolutely incredible.
Yeah, it's like what the Lions were last year for Detroit. I feel like that is kind of what it's going to be like, where like a solid run.
Kay is still mentioning the Mets every time we mention the hot team aspect of any sport. So we're trickling down to the last minutes of play here in this fourth quarter. Glassboro dominating the Silver Knights since the opening whistle. Lady. Whiffed on a little bit by Bellows. Sent forward, and Sterling cannot control. 30 seconds left to play here on this gloomy Friday afternoon. Another Sterling event going on around the castle. Mentioned it a couple times. Collingswood going against the Sterling Silver Knights, the football team looking for their second straight win after beating Gloucester Catholic. That game starting at 6 o'clock. So if you're not doing anything tonight, please go out and show your support to Coach Stez and the boys, as they're really ready for this game today, and that'll do it here for Sterling Channel 19. So a pretty bad game for the Lady Knights. I mean, that's only words to say it here, and we're going to take a look at some of the goals scored by the Glassboro Bulldogs. So here's the first one that opened up the scoring. Carly Pritchett with a great shot from the outside. And here's the first one by Olivia Smith, the first one of 3. She scored a hat trick today for the Glassboro Bulldogs. This one trickling out towards Smith, and she collects the trash and knocks it in. Here's Glassboro's 4th goal of the game, hit in by Rue. Their 5th, also hit in by Rue, off of a nice collection and scoop and score. Then it was Molly Wisniewski hits it in for Glassboro on this one. Or excuse me, that is Olivia Smith. Excuse me, and then the last one is Molly Wisniewski, who hits it in for the Glassboro Bulldogs.
This just reminded me of Liverpool Man United, same score last year.
So Glassboro beats the Silver Knights 7-0. And that'll do it here for Sterling TV 19. I'm Daniel Leakin, joined by Max Zubak. Thank you to everyone who helps on the broadcast today. Have an amazing